What's going on, guys? Duelim here, back in with another video. Today, I'm going to do kind of an older video that's been done before a bunch, but I know a lot of people are getting to 1.6 difficulty now. So I'm going to run through all the bio nodes and show you how I one-shot them with my team. My team is pretty big. Everybody's 95 except for US Agent. Agent Venom and Peggy are G18. So it is a little big, but this does work for smaller teams as well. I know there's people in my alliance that are running smaller teams, but we're gonna get into it. I'm doing this mainly for my alliance because I've seen a lot of people struggling, and this is one of the main issues we've been having. So kind of wanted to show you guys how I do mine, so everybody can use this as kind of a baseline on how to beat this and how to not time out. So to start here, Cersei always goes. We get some counterattacks on Silver Samurai. Doesn't really matter that much. We're gonna ult so we can put the safeguard up. Because we want to make sure nothing's getting flipped, because A-Bomb does flip stuff with his passive. We are going to stun Omega Red. That's right, stun Omega Red. And then we are going to special with Cap America to make sure everybody has energy, okay? Now we're going to ult on Hulk with Winter Soldier. He's going to taunt, it doesn't matter. And then we are going to target Cersei, because it's going to be positive or negative effects give you extra damage. So we're going to target Cersei here and blow her up. And all right, next we're going to hit an ability block here because it's going to hit Shang-Chi as well, which is nice. And then we are going to start focusing on Dagger. So we want to make sure Dagger and Cloak don't go off because they do a lot of damage. You can also take off the speed up, defense up, and everything like that from Cersei is useful. And then we can keep on going here. Here you have a couple options. I usually like to take out Dagger because she, again, damage dealer. I don't like focusing Cloak because Cloak's just going to dodge. And then with this special, absolutely hits like a freight train. We want to make sure Shang-Chi does not ultimate. See, Cloak ultimate doesn't do anything because we have that immunity and safeguard and everything. Shang-Chi ulting is a problem because he uses our positive effects against us and does a lot more damage. We don't want that at all. Cersei, not a big deal right now because she already ulted. Omega Red is going to be a big deal, so we want to make sure we take out him before he gets anywhere. Important because he's going to ult next turn because he was already stunned. We want to make sure we are going to save a little bit of cooldowns here. We don't need too many, but we do want to have some cooldowns going to the next node. The next node is definitely going to be needed to have Peggy ult is nice. Cap special is extremely nice for the immunity, so the bleeds from the deathlocks don't come out. And Agent Venom is going to be massive to have the ultimate up because we're going to put a bunch of debuffs on one of the visions to start off, and then we are going to absolutely ultimate and take out most everybody. So I'm going to throw it on auto basic here to make sure this gets finished up. You will see I'll take some damage here, but we got passives proccing, all the blocks, everything like that. We have healer on Peggy, which is going to keep giving a lot of regenerations to everybody. So we don't really need to worry about people dying. I actually did have US Agent die right there. Not usually something that happens, but that does happen sometimes. We're going to need to stall out a little bit to make sure he gets he gets revived, so we don't have to worry about a heal on him, but we have the Peggy special, and not having the Peggy special for the start of the next wave it doesn't matter. It's inconsequential. So let's Peggy special here to get that revive. Now US Agent's back up, and now we want to make sure he gets enough time to get some of his abilities back, which he has all of them. And man, US Agent's just getting focused. But a lot of the healing is from Peggy here. That's great. You can see Cersei's almost dead here. Usually goes a lot easier in this. Some RNG does take effect into this. He's gonna basic, I believe. Oh yeah, ulted. That's actually good. So no worries there. Make sure she dies, and then we can focus on Abomination. As you can see, everybody comes back to full health even when they're low because of all the heals. I'm gonna put this on auto basic. Make sure I have all of my cooldowns. He's going to special again. Doesn't do the most damage, but we want to make sure this finishes in time. Should be just down to the wire. Again, this doesn't usually go this poorly, but it can. Watch, now it's not going to finish. Just because I'm recording, it's not going to finish. Aha! Last shot. Yeah, So it can be a little hard, but it's not the worst ever. But let's get into the next node. All right, guys, we're going to get into node 2. I'm not going to heal here just for posterity's sake. It shouldn't be an issue, though. Let's get into it. So the goal here is going to be to control the Viv Visions, and then also making sure that the Deathlocks can't put bleeds on you. That's going to be a given. That's going to be controlled by having Cap America using his special to make sure he does not have that issue. So we're actually going to stun one of the Viv Visions here. I do have US Agent as a skirmisher as well. I'm going to use the ult from Captain Carter to heal everybody up, top everybody off, also give safeguard. I'm also targeting this Viv to make sure I get more damage on her. I'm going to ult Viv to stun this one as well, and it should be still at above 50% health to not drop stealth. Then you're going to Agent Venom ult off of this one to get a lot of damage out there, a lot of damage. And then you're going to endure a little bit of an onslaught here. As you can see, they get knocked below 30%. They get back up again. And these bleeds don't come into effect because of the immunities. Now, Black Bolt's burp almost kills, but they heal before the Black Bolt burp comes into effect. So now everybody's at full health, and we are good to go. Ability block the Sunfire, because if not, he's going to ult. He does a decent amount of damage. We can ult anywhere, because this is going to give more turn meter to Cap America. And then we can do a lot of damage to this Deathlock that has that does not have ability block. We want to make sure he goes down. And then we're going to special the Black Bolt here because we want to make sure he goes down as well. Again, that immunity and the safeguard is helping us. The yo-yo's not putting offense down, so we can get through this wave faster. Now here, we want to make sure this Black Bolt has offense down. And we can keep going on him, put a vulnerable on him with a basic. We're going to hit our ult again to refresh safeguard. We don't have to worry about cooldowns right now because we got some time. Let's see. We got Winter Soldier is going to double tap here. Let's make sure Dazzler takes some damage here. Dazzler's going to flip everything. Sometimes you have an ability block for that. Sometimes you don't. Not the worst thing. She doesn't flip everything. As you can see, it's doing a lot of damage. We want to refresh the immunity on everybody. Could take out this Deathlock here. And we can actually stun Moondragon because we want to make sure Moondragon is not going to use her special and heal up a bunch of people. So now that Moondragon's controlled, now that Moondragon also has slow, we can start working on everybody else. And we can start conserving cooldowns. Dazzler's just going to use her special. Not that big of a deal. Doesn't really matter. Black Bolt was slow. Will probably never take another turn. Moondragon's dead. Let's work on Black Bolt here. And as you can see, super easy. Got through this in 3 minutes. Again, Dazzler's going to go and use her special. Her special doesn't really do much. I'm going to make sure Black Bolt dies here. As Juicy likes to say, don't ever trust the bleeds. But yeah, just basic here, just auto basic, and this will finish it off. So this is node 2. We are going to get into the boss node. The boss node is a little bit of RNG. It's not the most RNG, but it can go awry, and then it could be a timeout. But normally I get through it in one shot. But you'll see how to get through it really, really efficiently. Even if it is a timeout, you'll be right at the end. All right, we got node 3, and we got all of our cooldowns up, so we're ready to go. The goal here is to make sure Mr. Fantastic does not take turns. He hits like a freight train because he's that Aphelion, Mr. Fantastic, Aphelios, whatever it was. I think it's Aphelion. Aphelios is a character in League of Legends. I don't know why I remembered that, but I did. So the goal here is to take an onslaught a little bit at the beginning because we can't do anything. Noir goes first, but we get some blocks, so that gives us turn meter. We are going to want to stun the 2099. We got slow out there for everybody. We're going to heal up, get some safeguard as well. And next, as you can see, the pings are taking out that invisible woman over there. You could also stun her. She's a great option to stun as well. So we are going to hit our special here to make sure we have immunity, make sure everybody's got energy. We are going to stun this Mr. Fantastic. He's got all the buffs. Now we ulti off of him. And now Invisible Woman's dead in the back. If Invisible Woman does not die to that because your Agent Venom isn't as big, you can always use the ability that kills her, which is going to, or the stun, sorry, the US Agent stun to take her out there. Okay. So we can ability block Noir. It's also going to ability block the Thing because he has her highest turn meter. So as you can see, he's not going to take a turn. We do want to make sure Strange dies here because he will ult, and that's going to be problematic. He is going to basic once, though, so we don't have to worry about it too much. Here, I want to take out the Merc Lieutenant because if he specials, that's really, really bad. Because he gives offense up and speed up to everybody. So we're going to go back on this Strange here, make sure Strange is going down. He should be the one getting pinged now as well by Agent Venom. Oh, no, it's Thing, but he's going to start getting pinged next once Thing dies, which is right there. So he'll start getting pinged. I'll basic him for good measure, though. Let's put an offense down on Noir over here. Still got 3 minutes left, so we're still good on time. Let's see here. We can go and take out the Strange Heartless here. We can make sure Noir's taking some good damage. Okay, that thing's down. Last wave drops. Awesome. You can see Mr. Fantastic has just been stunned the entire time. And you always want to make sure Mr. Fantastic gets stunned by the Winter Soldier because it gives that 2-turn stun. I believe it is the T4 on Winter Soldier. It is super, super helpful. It is nice. So here, we're also going to stun the Spider-Punk so he's not giving any offense ups or speed ups to any of the Web Warrior allies, and then now he can't dodge as well. So we are going to stun the other Scarlet Spider, so Scarlet Spider can't dodge. We're going to focus the Mr. Fantastic with the ulti, and you're going to see it devastates because it's so good. I guess I'll just stun here. You can see this node falls apart now. I still got 2 minutes left, and there's only 5 tunes, and all of them are below 50% health. The dodgy ones are stunned. This is over right here. This is over. Get the counterattacks. And an ulti in there. Let's make sure this one dies because he's got higher health. Again, make sure he dies. He's the one who gives the speed up and the offense up on dodges, and he's stunned for 2 turns. So let's make sure he dies. Let's make sure he doesn't take an ability as well. So we're going to ability block him. And then we can keep focusing him. His basics do hurt as well. Mr. Fantastic just hurts. He's a massively buffed character. I'm going to go back and take out Scarlet Spider real quick. He should die to the Retaliates from Agent Venom now, so I don't really have to worry about him too much. This is 2-person damage, so I'll go here. And then we'll go back on Mr. Fantastic. Gonna re-up the safeguard here. Stun Mr. Fantastic again. He just never takes a turn. He just doesn't move. That's it. He just doesn't really move. And we got another ulti from Agent Venom, and it's done with 30 seconds on the clock. So as you can see, Agent Venom is the key to this. You need damage. When you get Super Scroll, it's going to be a lot easier, but Agent Venom is the damage for the timeout issues, and then having a team that's just big enough to be able to survive the onslaught is good, but always using that Cap America special to get those immunities up, that energy spread, and then using Peggy's ult on cooldown to get that safeguard up will get you through this. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching. Later.